What up, 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 weirdos? It's your boy Raindrop, Raindog, Rain Drizzle, my co-host, co-captain, Cole, conspirator, Uncle Juju.
What is up, babies?
How's everybody doing? Welcome back to BXTV, aka Back from Hell, your Spotify and YouTube podcast where you didn't know everything you needed to know. You dig? Welcome back, everybody. Glad to be here. Me and Juju got a little bit different of a night. Kind of going to get into more of the media side of our journey of being nerds, you know, like the movies and actors and stuff that have built us and what we're into, you know what I'm saying? What we think is good and important. So with that being said, though, we do have comic book of the night, the week, whatever you want to call it, whenever you're watching this. We filmed this at about 1:30, 1 a.m. So, you know, we do this at night. If you're ever wondering why we call it comic book of the night, it's because we film this at 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, yeah, with that being said, though, bada bing, bada boom. If you can't see what I'm showing, this is Ultimate Wolverine #1. Very anticipated issue of the year. We've read Ultimate Spider-Man. We've read Ultimate Black Panther, Ultimate X-Men, so Ultimate Spider-Man, you know, all that. So, I mean, and there was some heavy hitters on this book. Chris Condon and really Alessandro Cappuccio.
Cappuccio, like cappuccino.
Okay, yeah. Cappuccio, he's really famous for his Moon Knight art and stuff like that. So I feel like there was a lot of anticipation for this book. And I mean, it's Ultimate Wolverine. If you watched the preview trailer thing they released, that was exciting. So, I mean, if you're any bit into the Ultimate Universe where they basically have reset the whole fucking thing, like, of heroes, basically every origin and stuff you know about superheroes is different. And it's basically the absolute, it's the Marvel's answer to absolute, basically, or whatever, vice versa. So, I mean, I was excited, you know? I was very excited. How do you feel about it? How do you feel about it being $5.99 though?
Doesn't bother me. I definitely think that it was worth it.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, when we select a comic book of the week, I know that it's gonna be something worthwhile anyway. And even if it's something that I don't particularly like, it doesn't bother me. It's just one more thing in my digital collection, you know?
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I do like that you consider your digital like a collection. Like,
yeah.
Because
I mean, I know that it's not mine permanently, but it is kind of good to have. And like with this, it's mobile. So
yeah. You should really get like a fucking Kindle or something, dude. Like,
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah. But either way, this issue it's pretty cool. Basically, you got fucking, who was it? You have Magic Colossus and Omega Red trying to keep control of their part of the universe, because if you don't know, the Maker has made all the evil villains controllers of the world, and there's like barely any superheroes, and the superheroes are coming back and they're trying to stop them, and this, that, and the third. Get hip, you know what I'm saying? But either way, Magic, Colossus, and Omega Red, they essentially capture Wolverine and turn him into their soldier. And they call him the Winter Soldier.
The Winter Soldier.
Yeah, they call him their Winter Soldier. And there's a lot of mystique to this Wolverine. I mean, they do a couple flashbacks of like him attacking mutants before. And he kills spoiler, he kills Nightcrawler and Mystique.
Yes. And
when he kills Nightcrawler, Nightcrawler's talking to him like, "You don't remember me, friend?" So they apparently knew each other at one point. So that's interesting. But I am sad we're not going to get Ultimate Universe Nightcrawler, though.
Nightcrawler. Yeah.
I was kind of looking forward to that.
Well, you never know. It's Marvel. They could always magical hand wave. I don't know.
I don't know, man. The The Ultimate Universe, they're kind of playing it like this is like,
they're dead. They're dead.
yeah, like this is the way, bro. Like this shit is cemented almost. Like,
Love the Mandalorian, by the way. But um, I mean, also too, it's the Ultimate Universe. All bets are off. You know, like forget what you think you know about these characters because it's gonna be a roller coaster from here on out. You know.
oh, 100%, dude. I mean, it's all very interesting. I have I have sadly not kept up with much other than Ultimate Spider-Man. Like I read the first few Black
Yeah.
Panthers. I liked it, but I didn't like it enough to justify the price tag. And then Ultimates I heard is just fucking banging, so I need to get on that. But I don't know, man. I did enjoy this issue.
Yes.
I don't know if I think the art is cool, but I don't know if I love it for ever. Like all the time.
I think I might have to agree with you on that. I'll be honest with you, I like Wolverine's design in this, which I don't know how you feel about it, but I liked it. I think it was
No, I think it's pretty cool.
It was a throwback to the orange. And
well, it's red if I'm correct.
Oh.
I think it's red.
You might be right, actually.
It's like all orange red.
Oh yeah. Again though, like I don't necessarily I liked it for this book. I don't really know if I know if they should keep going like that. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with you. I think there's a lot of shit that you could use it for.
Yeah.
And this is one of them. You know, like this is like one of those books. Like it works, but I don't know. See, and that's why I asked if you thought it was worth the $5.99, because like I don't know if I'm in love with the art enough to keep buying it. I want to know more about the character, but I'm not super like head over heels for it. So I don't know. I'm not being a hater. I think it's good. It's not really my typical thing.
No, I honestly that was kind of the vibe I was getting when I was reading it. Was one of the it was like gonna be one of those situations where it's like I kind of like the art and Rainey is not gonna be too like enthused about it. Like again, like those when we judge these, I try to kind of keep that voice as far back in my brain as possible. But it's like I kind of know Rainey enough that he's probably not gonna dig that.
I mean, I didn't hate it though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't hate it.
I'll be honest with you. I think one of the highlights was the fight with Nightcrawler, especially when he gets the machine gun and just disappears.
Starts bamfing all around and just fucking laying them up with fucking bullets. Sorry guys, if you're watching this and my mic sounds crazy this past, trying to fix the noise gate. So
I also on the writing side,
one
of the things that I did like, and it wasn't consequential to the story, but I liked that they put it in there, was Nightcrawler doing the shall I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil, for thou art with me. As the Catholic that I am, I liked how they did the entire prayer instead of like the highlights that people kind of remember. And like I like Nightcrawler's religiosity. It doesn't bother me because I know that it's coming from like a good place. It's not, like he's being this moralistic asshat who's trying to like convert everybody.
No, I agree. It fits him as a character and it doesn't feel forced. It feels like it just feels like it's part of his character and it's not this big deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I definitely agree with you. And I'd have to say I definitely think my favorite part was when he just like slices her throat and she's just like you just see the fucking three
Yeah.
slits and it's just like god damn bro like
Damn. Yeah. Mm.
it is ruthless. But the story was good overall. I
Yeah.
mean, I
Yeah.
probably I probably give it an 8, a 7.5, 8 overall. Like as a whole issue, at
Yeah.
8, 8.5. Give it.
Yeah. I would have to knock down a couple points for the art. Like, here's the thing, though. It's not bad art. It's very good art. It's just not our type of art. You know, like
Yeah.
we're not saying that like, oh man, the art is shitty. Don't read it. We're saying that it may not be for us. So take that
I definitely
as
think
you will.
I definitely think more people than not would love the art. You know, which is
Yeah.
which I think is funny that like not our favorite. I mean, if you love it, dude, don't change your answer just because of how I
No, no,
feel.
no, no. No, I agree with you. And in all honesty, I feel like the ultimate universe. When I think of it, the thing that comes to my mind is quality. Like it may it or not quality, at least consistency. It may vary in art style from book to book, but you know what you're gonna get is something interesting. You know,
Yeah, no, for
like
sure. For surely. Um yeah, dudes, I think it is definitely worth reading though. I think if you're in the Ultimate Universe already, you might as well go ahead and check it out. You know what I mean? Why not? What are you missing out on if you don't? I mean, if you
yeah,
like
and
what are you losing out on if you reading all the other ones? Like and if you're not
yes,
reading any of the ones, they kind of do a good job of like filling you in on what's going on. So I don't think it's completely out of question to be like, oh, Rainey, can I jump into this if I've never read the Ultimate Universe? Yes, absolutely. I think they did a great
oh
job
yeah.
on
I
that.
mean, yeah, I kind of wanted to touch on that, and it slipped my mind. I did like how you had that intro paragraph that kind of just tells you what was going on with everything, and then the bottom line becomes more character specific, and then it's like from there you just kind of get what's going on. Like instead of breaking it up and being like, oh, this happened and then that happened, and then like see issue number 39 or see the issue number, whatever, and it's like okay, from the get go, I'm given an exposition of the overarching thing and then
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
this book is about. You know?
No, for surely. They did a great job of doing it. And I personally think more comics need to have like if you're doing some like crazy ongoing story, I think it helps to have an intro paragraph. I mean, these shits are only coming out like every 2 weeks, every month. So
Yeah.
like it's kind of like if you read a lot, it's kind of hard to remember every little important detail from the last. So
Yeah. You
definitely
need the
useful.
HBO previously on. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah. You know what I'm saying, dude? Sorry for my dogs, everybody.
They're good. They're cute and you love them, right?
No, I do, but they fucking like to bark a lot. So
There.
gotta, you just gotta bear with me when they do. You know what I'm saying? But guys, I wanted to give a quick shout out to David Lynch and a R.I.P. to a legend. Juju is a fan, of course. I mean, I am as well. I haven't
Yes.
watched too much of his stuff, but I'll pass the mic to Juju on this one.
All right. I'll tell you probably one of the weirdest movies and probably one of the best movies I ever saw was Eraserhead, which was early on in David Lynch's career and just kind of cemented his whole vibe. For those of you who also don't know, he famously did Twin Peaks in the 90s, and that was a
Yeah.
huge show when it was on because it was so completely different than what had been put on television before. He was kind of famous for saying that for a television audience, I'm gonna force feed them filet mignon. You know? Like, um, Also, Academy Award winner. He got Best Director for The Elephant Man, which is a great movie that I suggest a lot of people watch. Old black and white, but
Oh, I've seen
very
it.
good.
I've seen it.
Um,
So that's David Lynch. I didn't know
yes,
that.
that's David
Okay,
Lynch.
so yeah, I've seen
Mhm.
that. I watched it as a
And
kid.
famously or infamously, he was also the director of Dune. um,
Yeah, for better or worse.
yeah, and that movie is something. um, I will not. I will not die on a hill and say that Dune is good. It's probably one of my least favorite sci-fi movies, but every time it's on, I kind of have to watch it.
Makes one of us.
I mean, it was so visually different from everything else that had come out, you know? Um and he was a very good director. A lot of people liked him, never had a controversy, never had a bad word said about him.
No, I've seen a lot of behind the scenes videos that he seems like
Yeah.
a nice guy, funny dude.
Very weird. Probably one of my favorite avant-garde directors that is, come out of Hollywood. Um
I mean, but shout out the man, dude. I mean,
yeah.
he did some pretty impactful things. I mean, I mainly knew him from Dune and Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
That's what I knew him. You're that guy. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You made some pretty defined movies for better or worse.
Yeah, for better. Oh, definitely. I think you know what for better, for the better, because like if you didn't have Dune, you wouldn't have had Sir Patrick Stewart, because that was kind of like one of the stepstones in his career. Um, if you didn't have the Elephant Man, you know, a lot of a lot of directors kind of came from loving that movie, and trying to emulate his style and that. And also
Very true.
makeup effects to do that full costume, like that was one of the things that got me into like monster makeup, because I saw that when I was a very little kid with my dad. It was like one of those movies that like he rented at Blockbuster and came home and put it on and was like, "We're gonna watch
Oh,
this."
nah, dude. That movie, the Ants or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? The
um,
black and white film where they're on that island and there's the giant fucking ants. I don't know
oh
what,
yes, yes,
dude.
them.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that was a movie that got me into like monster flicks, like that was
yeah,
really like I was like, "Oh shit." And then I started watching like old Godzilla and shit where it's like
yes.
totally terribly dubbed over and whatnot. Especially when we got cable. I remember one year for school, I was late for school and had to get my grandfather, rest in peace, to drive me because I was watching a Godzilla versus whatever movie in like I was in like fifth or sixth grade, and I just like looked at the clock and I was like, "Oh shit,
Oh
it's
shit.
30 minutes past when school started." And I ran upstairs and was like, "Yo, can you please take me to school?"
All right, Rainy, get in.
Yeah, dude. I mean, but those are like movies that like defy you, There's
Yeah,
a,
yeah, they stick with you.
yeah, and
You
like,
know.
and then like, that's why over this past Halloween, I was watching a lot of like D rated horror movies, like Killer Clowns and shit
Yeah,
like that. I just wanted shit with that aesthetic. Like I missed it.
yeah. Like the Full Moon, I think, was the studio that was kind of famous for like Puppet Master and like all the real low budget straight to VHS like
You
you
know what
know.
movie felt like that, but was really good in my opinion that we watched this Halloween and reviewed? Carved.
Yes.
I
Oh
thought
yeah.
I thought that was a great creature feature like
Oh
Halloween
yeah.
movie.
Oh yeah.
Enough
I mean that.
corniness, but enough like gruesome kills that like
Yeah.
made it like okay, like they played into the funniness, which I think is
Yes.
genius. If you're gonna make this like a goot like kind of funny but gory as fuck, you got me.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. I like horror movie characters when there's a certain degree of self-awareness to the situation, where they're like, the fucking pumpkin has come to life and nobody's like, ah, they're just like, what? Like
Yeah,
that?
they're like, this is what the fuck is going on,
Yeah.
dude.
And that fucking thing is ruthless. Like, I mean, ruthless efficiency on borderline with the fake. You know?
Yeah, no,
Like,
for surely. I remember the first time I watched the thing. I was young as
oh,
fuck.
dude, I think I was going into high school, and
Okay.
what led me to the thing was actually one other very important movie in my movie watching career, which was Cronenberg's The Fly.
Mm.
Um,
To be honest,
uh,
dude, the earliest horror movie that I remember like scaring the fuck out of me, I was super young and I watched The Birds. And
oh, dude,
and
yes,
like that kind of like cemented like what kind of horror movies I liked for a while, cuz like it was just like shit that was like, I mean, the birds isn't like possible, but the fact that like they're just like a real thing in life
oh,
that are
yeah,
attacking people is like, and that they're everywhere was like, oh my god, yeah, this is fucking
yeah,
terrifying. Especially as like a
and,
fucking 5-year-old or whatever. Like,
yeah, dude,
I was maybe a
I
little older.
watched, oh, I watched it. I was like 10 because my sister was already in high school, and I think we had to watch it freshman year.
I was definitely not that
But
old. I remember.
um, oh, dude, that must have fucking. Ooh. Watching it at 10 was rough. I'm gonna
Yeah,
be honest,
yeah.
and like I remember when the television went off with when the old Universal logo comes on after they just drive away, and there's zero explanation as to what the fuck was going on the entire time in
Yeah.
that movie. And I loved it. I loved the fact that like the characters in that movie were living in the here and the now, as opposed to like, oh, this happened and it caused the birds to go crazy, which is how they would treat a movie like that now.
Yeah, yeah,
It would be
yeah.
like some crazy radiation event or some shit like that. And it's like, no, this had zero and literally the movie starts at at the fucking bird
Well,
shot. Uh,
that's what makes the movie, like back then at least, because
yeah,
like back in the day, you really didn't need to explain shit because people didn't have Google, so like shit could just
yeah.
happen. And I think the curiosity of the whole thing is what makes it pretty fucking eerie as well. Like you're saying,
Yes.
big part of why the movie is so good is that there's just no fucking explanation.
There's no answer. It's
It's
a
just
brain teaser.
chaos. It's just
Yeah.
chaos. Pure chaos start to finish. What I mean, like, but that is definitely a movie that shaped some of my horror watching experiences.
Oh, dude, that is a good one.
One
I
that
think
really
another. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I was probably like 10 or 11. I could sleep, and my parents were like, "All right, sit on my lap, but I'm gonna close your eyes every time something bad comes on screen."
Yeah.
And it was fucking Rob Zombie's House of a Thousand Corpse, and
Oh,
my mom was covering my eyes every 5 fucking seconds of that movie. And as soon as I got old enough to find it on my own, I was like, I'm watching this movie that I've only seen through the hands of my mom. Like,
yeah.
literally. You know what I mean? Like, I heard most of the movie, but I didn't watch shit of it.
Yeah.
So, like, the parts I saw, I was like, yo, this is
And
crazy. Like,
I honestly feel like that's more traumatizing because like you're just hearing it, so
yeah,
the
yeah.
mind's eye is like putting things together that
Well, dude,
like
no, and like that's why I got like the clown and shit, cause like I saw Captain Spaulding, and I heard the crazy shit he was doing, and like you said in my head, I'm just making up what this crazy clown
yeah,
motherfucker is doing, and it's just like I don't know, man. That movie though, as soon as I was able to watch it, I fell in love with like what Rob Zombie did. Like
Yeah.
I went through his whole discography, you know, like I was just watching everything he was coming out with. I used to have all of it on DVD. I don't know when I lived with you. That's when I went through, that's when I really did it. Like I rewatched House of a Thousand Corpses again since I was in high school, and I was like, oh nah, now I need to watch Devil's Rejects. I needed to watch fucking that movie with the witches, Salem's Lot or Salem. I think it's called Salem.
Yes, Salem. Yeah.
That movie was a fucking fever dream, dude. That is a crazy fucking movie. And like I think that's a good Halloween movie. I think next let me make sure that's the name of the movie, but I think next Halloween yeah, Salem, Rob Zombie. No, The Lords of Salem. That's what it's called.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I remember that. Yes.
I watched that at your house by myself when I bought it, and I was like, this is a mistake. Like,
Yes.
this is fucking off-putting, dude. Like, but that was definitely for me. Like, that was when I was like, okay, it's not all about this mainstream, like, you know what I mean? Like, you can watch stuff that's not everybody, like, talking about type thing.
Yeah, it's kind of when you started to develop your own personal preferences.
Yeah,
You
dude,
know what I'm
like,
saying?
no, 100%. It was definitely, like, that was one of them. What about you? Like,
Yes.
what's a
I
movie that
think-
did, like, for me, House of a Thousand Corpses, like, sent me down this rabbit hole for movies. What about you? That's not my
one
first
of the-
time. That was just one that I can
No.
remember.
Yeah. I think the first one that sent me down movie rabbit hole was The Goonies, and I watched it when I was 13. It was like one of the first movies I was able to rent with my own card, and I had
Okay.
always seen the cover of it and like walk past it. Mom didn't let me watch movies because she thought it was like going to be too scary or whatever. So when I was like over 13, they gave me a video card. I rented it, and that's when I really fell in love with the 80s in cinema. Like I can
Yeah.
say certainly that movie. Another kind of like side note, I I saw Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom in my after school recreation because apparently they could just watch whatever. So I also saw Scrooged in the same recreation, which I was like, I'm pretty sure that movie is PG-13. I don't know how I got there. But like that movie was like the first time I realized that like adventure movies were a thing. And
Okay.
that was
Okay.
the first Indiana Jones movie I saw, and it is my favorite to this day. Um, and like weirdly, Steven Spielberg has like kind of littered my childhood as far as like movies go, because like Jurassic Park was a big one. As far as like wanting to learn how movies were made,
Oh,
because they had like making of documentaries that they would show on TV, and like seeing Stan
what?
Winston with all the dinosaurs was cool.
I don't know, dude. My grandmother used to take me to the movies all the time. And I was blown away when she took me to go see fucking Two Towers. Keep in mind,
Yeah.
I was born in 1996.
87, yeah.
1996, and I went and saw that in 2002. I was young as fuck.
Yes, you were.
So I was mind blown. I didn't understand half the shit that was going on. But I was like, this is the coolest fucking thing I have ever seen in my
Ever
fucking
seen.
life.
Yes. Dude, I begged my mom to go and see The Lord of the Rings The Fellowship because she was like, it's a 3-hour movie. Ain't no fucking way. And I was like, it's got wizards and cool monsters and shit. Dragged her to go see that movie, and then when Two Towers came out, she was like, are we gonna go see that?
She was in. She was all in.
Yeah, she was all in. And then like Return of the King came out, and then I think at that point I just kind of really didn't want to sit in a movie theater and see it, and that was like a bullshit fucking thing on my part. So I never saw Return of the King in the movie theater. I had to wait for it to come out on DVD, and then the only version I saw was the extended version.
I have a funny example of the opposite of that situation happening. Me and my dad went to go see the new Star Wars together because, like, I saw Rogue One or whatever with him,
Yes.
like, growing up. So we were, like, trying to relive that experience, and we walked out, and we were like, that was alright. Like, that like, it was, like, cool effects and stuff, but, like, it just...
Yeah.
I wasn't... like, I don't think either of us were, like... I don't think either of us just cared enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like...
Dude, that's how it felt about Rise of Skywalker. It wasn't hatred, just passive indifference. You know, like I didn't like sit there and be like, "Oh my god, this is not Star Wars. This sucks. I'm gonna go on the internet and rant about it." I was just like, "Oh, yeah, I see why people hate this movie." Like, and like my kid likes Star Wars, so like I guess he can't tell the difference between good Star Wars and bad Star Wars.
Well, no,
So, like,
no. I'm gonna keep it
I
a...
put it in quotes, you know.
I'm gonna keep it a $1.50, bro. We are grown ass men, and this shit is not targeted for us.
Yeah, it's not.
If we were
That's why
younger,
I put it in quotes.
yeah,
For them. It's not my opinion because to me it's all Star Wars, whether good or bad. You know.
yeah. There's a new Star Wars comic, High Republic, coming out. I meant to tell you about in case you want to pull that.
Yeah, I did hear about that.
I know you like
also,
the comics more than all the new stuff coming out, so hold on. A movie that I hate that everybody fucking loved this past year, fucking Longlegs, dude. I remember I was sitting in the movie with my girlfriend and her group of friends, and I lean over and I was like, this movie's mid as fuck. And she leans in and goes, oh my god, are you okay? You scared? I was like, no, this movie's mid as fuck. Like, and it was right when they decide... Have you seen it yet?
And I'm probably not going to be honest with you.
Okay, so it's supposed to be like this guy's like a serial killer, like kidnapper type motherfucker, and then like towards the end of the movie they just lean into the fact that he's like a demon. And I'm like,
and I'm not mad at the spoiler, by the way. That's not like, oh my god, you ruined it for me. I'm just like, really? Like, if you're gonna set up demonic shit, you have to do it within like the first 3 minutes, you know?
At least like, the first 20. In the first 20, let me know this is about to be some fucking weird spirit.
You can't.
And,
you can't take a hard
because here's the
turn
thing,
like
man.
that.
It was filmed amazingly. Like, it's filmed fucking awesomely. But I think it just lacks, like, what it wanted to be. Like, and I just wasn't here for it. And, like, Nicolas Cage was definitely off-putting, though. Like, as a serial killer, like, that was... I do not want to see that motherfucker dressed up as that again. Like, also, random movie fact that I did not realize, and I've seen this movie 1,000 fucking times. Kick-Ass 2. Jim Carrey. What the fuck? How the fuck did I not know till today that was Jim Carrey? Like, I watched the clip. I watched the clip after they said it's Jim Carrey, and I was like, yeah, no shit, that's Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
How the fuck?
Dude. I had a moment with that, but like years ago. I was like, who the fuck played Captain Hook in Hook? Dustin Hoffman. What? Like, I did not know that was him for years. I was just like, who played that guy? That was really good, you know?
Well, that was like the homie didn't know Tom Hardy was Bane for like the longest time until like 2 years ago.
Oh my god.
And like he's watched that movie 100 fucking times.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, yo, you gotta be joking right now. Fucking, he didn't even know what Harry Potter's real name was. I was mind blown. I was like, you're worse than me with actors, dude. Like,
Yeah.
you gotta fuck.
Dude, like, I'll I'll remember an actor by the person they played in the movie, and then be like, oh, okay, it's like in my mind, like that guy. But I know people who are atrocious with that, and it drives me nuts. You
I
know?
mean, I don't really care, but I was like, not know being born in '96 and not knowing Daniel Radcliffe is fucking insane.
And yeah, that's nutty.
You know what
Like,
I mean? Like, we went to Harry Potter
that's,
World together,
yeah,
motherfucker. How do you not know his fucking name?
name. He's just Harry Potter.
Like, fucking A, dude. Like, I thought it was funny though. I loved it. I was like, I love that for you. I love that, like, you do not give a shit who they are. Like, you just, like, you're a good actor. Fuck you. That's all I need to know.
Yeah.
Like,
I just know you by your character.
I'm like, you're the guy in public that runs into an actor and you call him by one of five character
Yes.
names, you know?
Yeah.
That was
Hey,
like
Julian.
Rainn Wilson was saying, like, he's like, dude, my name, he's like, yes, I am Dwight, but my name is Rain. Like,
Rain.
he's
Yeah.
like, so many people just call me Dwight, and it's like, I could see that getting old. Like,
Yeah. See, the funny thing is, like, to me, with Rainn Wilson, the character that I think of is the clerk from Juno.
oh, nah, dude, I 100% see him as the guy from House of a Thousand Corpses that gets turned into a fucking merman, or, fucking Dwight from the
Yeah,
All Day. I was an office slut, so.
dude. Um, I for the longest time did not know that he was one of the aliens in Galaxy Quest.
I did not know that either. Do you remember the movie Super though?
Yes,
With him in
yes, I do remember
2010,
that.
dude?
Yep.
Dude, that shit was fucking funny. Like, in fucking. Yo, holy shit. You know who
That's
directed that?
James Gunn. Yeah,
What
James
the
Gunn, right?
fuck? Yeah, what the fuck? What the fuck? Mind
You gotta
blown,
watch.
dude.
You gotta watch that before Superman comes out, just to see how far his
Mm.
career has come.
We gotta review that for the pod. Or we
Yes.
should do like a fucking YouTube watch commentary thing.
Yeah,
Like, you gotta do that, dude. Super is such a
I
good.
haven't seen it
He's
in
just beating
so
the shit
long.
out of people with
Yeah,
wrenches. Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck, man? Such a deranged movie. I did not. It
Yeah.
makes so much sense that that's 2010 Gun. Like,
Yeah.
comparing to what
Um,
he does now with, like, Peacemaker being deranged, it makes so much sense that he did Super.
Did he do Super before he did Scooby Doo?
I don't know when Scooby Doo came out.
Scooby Doo came out in like 2000.
When did live action Scooby Doo come out? 2002.
2002. Holy
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah, dude. It came out when Two Towers came out. What a year!
God.
What a year! You got
What
Two
a year.
Towers and Scooby Doo. The first Barbenheimer.
No. Or Glicked, as they say now. Which
You know what's
did see
crazy?
both of those.
You know what's crazy is that fucking I almost forgot that Fantastic Four and Superman are all coming out like a couple days a week of each.
Oh
Correct.
shit.
So there's gonna be a lot of shit just like
Yep.
being like, I don't know, just spoiler galore for that month.
Yeah. Holy shit. Oh man. That's what's funny about that though is that like I'm gonna contribute to both box offices and I wanna see which one makes more.
Oh, I think
Like,
Superman's definitely gonna outdo Fantastic Four. You gotta think about like how big of a movie this is for people, dude. and the DCU in general. Like, Fantastic Four is an important movie, but there's not as much riding on it as fucking
As yeah,
Superman. Like, this is, you know what I mean? Like, this is basically the answer to why they got rid of Cavill, hopefully. You know, like,
yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, so there's a lot at stake. Like, I think a lot of how the DCU plays out is based on how this movie does.
I will say, DC fans and non-DC fans are a fan of us. Go participate. Chop chop. We want more.
Yeah, yeah, no, for surely. For
I would
surely.
hate. I would hate for it to be a really fucking good movie that makes no money. That
That's
would break my
the
heart.
new Mad Max movie.
Yeah.
That,
What was it? Furiosa?
yeah, that was apparently a great fucking movie and nobody showed out
Nobody
for it.
went to see it. Yeah.
It's on Netflix. I'm gonna watch it this week.
Um.
100%. You know what I am gonna buy tonight though, I think, and watch? Venom 3.
Oh. You know what? I was one of those that it was like I was going to go and see it in the movie theater, going to go see it in the movie theater, going to go see it in
Just
the
never
movie theater.
happened.
It
Same.
just never happened. Yeah.
Same.
And
And I said I
I
was.
yeah. And I love those, like, out of the Sony batch. Those
The
were the
second one's
best.
man, but the first one was good.
Well, the first one was great, I will
Yeah,
say. Like,
yeah, yeah,
especially
yeah.
if like a theater experience, but like watching it at home is kind of diminished.
Well, dude, in theaters, if I was a teenager, I would like a 14-year-old, I would have loved that fucking movie to the end of the time because like they do that motorcycle chase scene where he goes
Yeah.
all venom and shit. Like, I was like, nah, this is pretty fucking cool, dude. Like, and it's funny. Like, him and the symbiote combo is fucking funny, and he looks like Venom to me. Like, he's big as fuck. He's scary as his long tongue. Fuck the haters, man. The second one could have been better, but it was still entertaining.
I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that. I feel like Woody could have done a little bit more.
Woody shouldn't have been
No,
Carnage in general.
fair,
I
fair.
just don't think he
Yeah,
was the right choice. He did what he could have done.
yeah.
And he wasn't meant to be him, in my opinion. I think he fits in somewhere else in the universe. You know, like there's plenty of other like loose cannon characters that he could have played. But my buddy Dalton, shout out Dalton, he said I apparently called the whole Venom 3 movie though. And I don't remember
Oh,
what I said to him. So I curious when I watch this and I'm gonna be like, huh, I remember saying
fucking
this.
Oracle Rady
Yeah, you know, dude.
strikes again.
Can't do nothing but you know though I should start listening to my gut because I'm always like I did it with Daredevil, done it with a few others. I don't really lean into the spec comic book sales like
Yeah,
specking on movies and shows, but there's been a lot of them that like I was like damn, should have done this.
yep.
Like I was right that this guy was, I mean, I was just guessing though. I don't I don't have a fucking any reason to decide this other than it's a good story or the best story that makes sense. And it
Yeah,
tends to be right. Like
yeah.
it's not on purpose, man. I don't know.
All right, I got a question for you. Kind of in the vein of talking about what is one movie that everybody hates
I told you.
you love? Oh,
Oh that I love.
yeah, yeah, that you
Oh,
love.
okay. Okay. A movie that everybody hates but I love. Oh man. Damn. You have one?
I have one right off the bat. I gotta say, John Carter. When
Oh
this movie
shit.
came out, a lot of people did not like it, and nobody went to go see it in the box office. And it was one of those where I rented it on DVD because I was a fan of the Edgar Rice Burroughs character, Princess of Mars. And when I watched it, I was like, not only did they do the first book, but they did other things that were completely different in this fucking photorealistic version of Martian civilization. It was fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
And people just they didn't I think the name part of it was like the marketing where they didn't really explain what it was. And also the name John Carter. It should have been John Carter of Mars. It just said everything you need to know.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
just put John Carter, and like that doesn't say anything. That's like, John Wick. you know?
Yeah, yeah. I have I have an easy one. I might be the only fan of this movie. I've gone to bed to it 3 times this year. Green Lantern, Ryan Reynolds. I genuinely like that movie. I genuinely like that movie for what it is.
You know what, man? I don't blame you. I don't. Coming from somebody who saw that in the movie theaters and like watched disappointment like on people's faces, I was like, there was cool shit in it though. Like legitimately cool moments. Like the fight with Sinestro when he's like learning how to use his lantern ring powers was like
Yeah,
fucking
dude.
one of the coolest things. Like I think they lost when the blob alien shows up. You know? Like
It's the best part, though. It's the best part.
and like all right, this was one thing that really bothered me though. Um so they go like they have the dude who's like the general's son who's like a scientist or whatever. And you like pull some strings to get him to look at the dead Green Lantern that they just not that they just happen to have. He crashes, and that's how
Yeah,
he gets
yeah.
his powers. But he's like, well, I have something that you need to see, and I think it'll be interest to you. And they just show him an alien buddy. And I'm like, huh? like nepotism. I don't think that would work in like super secret government lab. Like
You know, dude, I think the reason I love it is because I have nothing else to fill that Green Lantern live action void.
yeah.
And once the HBO show comes out, I'll probably never watch it again. That's a lie. I'll probably go to bed. I'll probably show my kids it. They'll be like, Dad, I hate this movie. I'm like, you're going to love it.
Ryan Reynolds knocks on your door. Hey, man, what happened? Did we lose your view? I need
Yes.
that residual money.
He's like, dude, you're the only one.
Especially with all that shit going on with Blake Lively.
Oh, God, dude, yeah. I saw, like, her and that dude are just, like, on smear campaigns and countersuing each other.
Oh, yeah. And it honestly makes both of them look really fucking bad.
Yeah.
But no, that's so funny. I kind of pegged you as somebody who would like not have an irrational hate of that movie, but just kind of be like it was mid. But that's
Oh, dude,
surprises
like,
me.
because, man, people don't understand. I get so stoned before I go to bed and I take my sleep medicine. I'm so out of it that it's like, it's just goofy enough and then like good enough looking that like I can just like it's just entertaining. Like also a movie that I love that people probably hate is I don't know, this is like widely accepted hate, but I just imagine people do not take it seriously. Cocaine Bear. That was
Oh, no,
that was
you
that
know,
was a great fucking movie.
everybody that I know who has seen it has loved it.
Okay,
I've not
word.
met a single person who, and I run in a very small social circle, but for the most part, the common consensus is that it is what is old. You know, like
Recipes Ray Lloyd.
yeah, Ray Liotta. Yes.
I have a movie behind me that my dad got me that I have a feeling a lot of people will probably that.
Yeah. No. Oh, you good? You good?
All right, so my dad got me this for Christmas. I've talked about it before on
Yep.
Twitch. Uh, we need to watch this soon. It's still sealed.
Yes.
This is a 20th anniversary edition. This is Redneck Zombies, a backwoods bloodbath that will tickle your funny bone, then rip it out. Tobacco chewing, gut chomping, cannibal kinfolk from hell. Uh, it was filmed where I grew up in Salisbury, Maryland,
Yeah.
though.
Yes.
So I'm very excited to watch this, and I'm sure I'm gonna love it. I just gotta get you over here because I want to watch it with you personally.
Yes. Dude, that looks like something John Waters would come up with. You know?
Wonder if it says. There's a bunch of new color corrected transfers from original master, never before released original film soundtrack on bonus CD, new
Oh
audio
my god.
commentary with director Parcells Lunez and producer Ed Bishop, new interviews with Parcells Lunez, whatever, Ed Bishop, cast and crew, behind the scenes footage of original promotional videos, outtakes, and much more. So,
Oh, dude, back when DVDs were really selling those special features.
yeah. Uh, When a clan of hillbilly dirt farmers turn a misplaced barrel of chemical waste into a whiskey still, going blind is the least of their worries as a toxic moonshine turns them into redneck zombies. Now they're ready to invite a group of wayward Yankees to a down-home feast of southern fried gore. Mayhem that will turn your stomach to your funny bones. Grab a seat, set a spell with your favorite gut chomping, tobacco chewing, cannibal kinfolk from hell.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I wonder how long it is. I can't. 1800s.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't say runtime on it. I am very excited to watch this, though.
Yes. I I've never actually seen what Salisbury looks like, so it'll be kind of cool to have like some sort of visual reference for the mind's eye, you know?
Promise you, wherever they're at, there is gonna look like nothing where I would take you. We drive through probably where they are.
Yeah.
At most.
Brain dead special. We gotta go to the filming locations of this, you know?
Probably a fucking Target now. Or a dispensary.
Yep.
Dead ass, dude. Like, I wish I was lying. But no, I mean, what's a movie you love that everybody hates?
Um,
Or did you say yours?
no, John Carter, but I
Yeah,
got a
John
couple.
Carter. My bad.
No,
No,
you're
you're
good.
good. I had a brain fart because I'm stoned to the bone since we've done two.
No, you're good. I'll be honest with you. I love movies that are either very obscure or people at the time they kind of denigrate it as something bad, like Critters, for instance.
Yeah.
Um, which I may be. I was solidly in the camp that Critters was a good knockoff Gremlins, but Critters actually came first.
Yeah, I remember we
Um,
figured that out
yeah,
together.
yep,
Figured that out together, dude.
and
I genuinely believe it is as well.
that's one movie that has gotten love as time has, as time progresses. Um,
Yeah.
like another movie that I loved that I know everybody didn't was Lightyear.
Oh
Um,
damn. Yeah,
and
you
that
do
was
talk highly
the
about that
yeah,
movie.
dude. I will be completely honest with you. I loved the take that they had on Buzz Lightyear. It did not ruin the Tim Allen for me at all. It actually made sense. Um, and I loved Chris Pine's performance in it. I loved the storyline. I loved the look of it, and it was so heartbreaking to know that just for having one thing in the background caused so much controversy that Disney pulled this because
Yeah.
it's heartbreaking that like so much love and care was put into making a good movie and a good movie about like quantum physics and stuff because they go into that, you know,
Yeah,
without
yeah.
ruining it because I want you to sit down and watch it. It's very emotional too. Like they hit the Pixar beats that um I will sing its praises till I'm blue in the face, but I might be in the minority, you know.
Trying to think of another movie I love that people don't.
Um, I'll throw out another classic Disney movie that a lot of people hate still. Um, The Black Cauldron.
Oh yeah, I've never
Uh,
seen
oh, it's good. It's Disney tried to make a fairy tale movie for boys, and they succeeded and they failed at the same time. It's kind of the weird crossroads of like where Disney was at in the, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's worth watching still to this day. The animation is still very, very good. Um,
Okay. Yeah, I have to
Story wise, it's not going to make sense, but this movie was butchered when it was in productions. I'm just going to tell you that.
give it a whirl. I'll give it a whirl. Fuck it, why not? I'm still watching Dexter like a crack.
Oh, Dexter's still so good.
I'm at the good stuff now. I'm at season
Yes.
4 with the Trinity Killer.
Oh
Like
yeah, that one. Oh, that is
the acting has
good.
gotten some severely better, like since like
Yes.
the last season. Like it's like I don't know. It's like they just figured out themselves and
Yeah, and I think also right around season 4 was when a lot of the fervor was starting to pick up because um as I remember Dexter at the time, like the first 2 seasons were kind of lackluster in their like in their fandom. I'm not saying quality, but I'm just saying like in viewership. And then right around season 4, I think is when everybody started to like admit that Dexter was a good show.
yeah, well, it definitely gets better around that
And I
for
also
sure.
think that was one of the first shows where Showtime and HBO were putting like on demand. So you would have like seasons 1 through 3, and if you and it wasn't like you watched it and that was it. You had to wait for a rerun. You could go back and like pick up whenever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. On demand, baby.
Yeah, like I distinctly remember Dexter being like marketed it as like, oh, use on demand. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah. When they're the first streaming, basically.
Yep. Yep.
Crazy,
Basically.
crazy to think about
Yeah.
on-demand music video. I
I'm
remember I was at one of my homies' house who I thought was like the toughest dude ever. And it's like 9 a.m. and he goes to his living room. He's like, "Yeah, let's put on some Little Wayne." I'm like, "All right, fuck yeah." Puts
yeah.
on Lollipop, like a lollipop. I'm like, "Yo, what is going on?" Like, like what's the
Right.
vibe here, my dude?
You know, I
We're a bunch of skater stoners, you know? Like,
I had Framing Haley's Lollipop on my iPod in like junior year of high school, which isn't even the good version of that song.
oh, not at all. No.
No.
I was just so thrown off. You know, I'm like 14, 13, and like, everybody like, you know, I listened to like Wu Tang and shit at the time, and metal, and
Yeah.
like those on Lollipop by Lil Wayne. And I'm just like, I don't know the vibe, bro. I don't know
Yeah.
if I don't know
What
if
is going on here?
yeah, like I didn't get the memo, G. I did in like fifth, sixth grade. I think it was fifth grade. It was like fourth or fifth grade because I didn't really watch wrestling too much in middle school.
Yeah.
Um, I constantly, whenever I got to the computer lab, I'd go to YouTube and watch this Brock Lesnar F5 compilation. The F5s, so he puts him on his shoulders and he spins and
Yeah.
throws them, and they land like next to him face down. Uh, and it was a compilation to "Sexy Back," and it was like edited. So when he's like "sexy, sexy, sexy back," and like throws them, and like I constantly watched that video on repeat whenever I could when I was in like fourth and fifth grade. I remember that distinct. Like I knew the words to "sexy back" just because of that video. Like,
Oh my god, dude. You're making me feel so old.
yeah, dude.
I come from I come from ramen era Justin Timberlake. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nah, dude. 96, dog.
Shit, dude. Like, it's so funny because like when Sexy Back came out, it was like right when he left In Sync, which was kind of like a huge deal, you know, because forever it was Backstreet Boys, In Sync, Britney Spears, and that was it. You know,
Yeah,
those were the
yeah,
three
yeah.
big ones.
Oh, for
And
sure.
it's just so funny.
Uh, I'm saying time, dude. Crazy concept.
It. I'm gonna leave it at there because I'm about to go into a weird
Yeah, nah, you're
hole
good.
with
We're
that.
we're at an hour anyway, so good place
Yeah.
to let you guys know. You should follow us subscribe to us on YouTube and drop a like and a comment. Let us know what you want us to review or talk about. Make sure you follow us on Twitch at BrainDeadXTV. We go live every Friday and Saturday at 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. On Fridays and Saturdays, you can talk live in the chat with all of our homies. And yeah, so if you go to the links down below, though, we'll have a link tree or something like that. You can get to all our platforms and Twitter and whatever, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Did you got anything you want to say?
Yeah. If you're in the comic book shop and you want to get something new and interesting, either Absolute DC or Ultimate Marvel,
All right.
you will not be let down.
Yeah, no, for sure. I like that. Fuck yeah, dude. Take Juju's advice, my guys, and remember, never offended, always recommended. Later.